at the way this man here running the country, you know. Look at the way this man running the country, and I better open up all your eye and do what is right. Don't take no side. If you don't take any side, take side with what is going on right. And what is wrong, you condemn it regardless of who. And I don't care when anybody come back behind me and say, I will not rescind what I'm saying, and I have no apology to make to no one when I'm speaking the truth. Thank you very much, Jamster.
Okay.
Okay, that was our first caller, and so I'm here to take your calls. The numbers are 466 0989 662 0989 762 0989. We've also got some overseas exchanges as well, exchange numbers. 718-285-6984, 305-921-4619, and if you happen to be in the UK, 033-344-0065. Let's go back to the phone lines.
Caller, go right ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, go right ahead.
From what I understand, what the last caller just said, so the national heroes, their celebration won't be in the National Heroes Park? That's what he's saying?
Something like that, yes.
Okay. Well, I will have to call out the administration on that, because you look at the National Heroes Park, we have taxpayers' money spending to upkeep that National Heroes Park. And it is just by name that it's a National Heroes Park. I think it's time for us to take the politics from the independence celebration. And you see, the Labour administration over the years and now, they never ever take independence seriously. I can recall that the first Prime Minister and his cabinet, they used to have a charity walk. When independence started first, they had called it the Ministerial Charity Walk. And then after the administration was changed, the Labour administration chose not to continue it, right? And then the People's Action Movement adopted that walk and called it the Palm Charity Walk. You see, the Labour administration over the years, they has proved that independence is not their thing. It took the Labour Party 10 years before they recognize St. Kitts and Nevis as an independent state. They take part in absolutely nothing for 10 years. The first 10 years of our nation independence, the Labour administration did nothing. The Labour Party did nothing. They never acknowledged independence. And to tell me that I thought that this new leader that we have, could have see beyond politics and make independence a national thing. Why on National Heroes Day, you will take the event to Paul Southwell bus or Robert Bratcher bus and call it the Heroes Day thing. When you have a national hero, and all of them is represented in the National Heroes Park. But I'm telling you, the Labour administration don't want to go in that park to honor nobody because they don't want to honor Dr. Simmons. That's all there is to it. It's all about politics. And it's time we call them out. And we should put an end to this stupidness. It is stupidness. In Jamaica or any other place where they got National Heroes Park, regardless of who administration they go in there and celebrate. I think it's the same thing in Antigua. They go and they celebrate the heroes, regardless of where they come from, who political side they are now what. It's time for Dr. Jew to step up and be a man. Done with this stupid political petty thing. This is petty. This as far as I can concerned, it is petty politics. Thank you.
Okay, caller.
Okay, yeah. So, yep, that's been a topic of conversation in discussions I've had with friends as well. So yeah, that is clearly something that's on people's minds. Let's go back to the phone lines. Voices, you're on.
Hello, good morning.
Hi.
And how are you? Happy Independence
Same
coming
to
up
you.
soon.
Same to you. Go ahead.
Right. You know what happened, Jamster? I was saying that up to some day ago, The White House, right? When they have somebody win, a minister, government win. They go in the White House and they will say, well, I'm not going to call Clinton be in there. I'm not going there because Trump be in there already. I don't know what I'm trusting now. I see come to the two caller. Them say, we just going backward all the time. We got to wake up and stop this petty politics. Whatever you put there, you use it till you come out. Oh my God, who they advise that they got paying so all the 12 people, all the 10 people, all the things. No, nobody could say, well, no, get around the table and say, no, let me make a change. So for instance, why did they go down in the government headquarters then? They shouldn't go down there when they win. They should just on the street and say, bring the desks and bring me this and my laptop and me whatnot and stay on the sidewalk and do the work. They better stop humbug up people, Because people are sit to playing every day. Wake up and smell all your coffee. Some people only go in the advice that just to get more cigarettes to smoke and more something else to drink. They ain't no help them, they're older than he. And they can't tell him, no, let me go down the road, man. Wake up. When I want to stop this stupidness, you hear what the gentleman said, the name they counted. 10 years, they never celebrate with their forwardness. In other country, they got to go out right away, take to the street and march them out. You hear? They must have pulled this thing, you can't come here because you ain't one of us. Please. All of you live here. No one of these strangers them watch out and just laugh and take what we got by underneath the table going full speed and not say nothing. And I said, let me and you down the road and they shut them out and do what they had to do. I said, piece of land up on top of the mountain. I'm going to ask the Prime Minister for it. And if I get it, and they don't know, so they're dealing. It's a shame, man. We don't got going to come on. So they must come another going go meet this year. I beg them wake up. This is so shameful. They shouldn't go in here, the government headquarters then. They should have never gone in there last year, the 6th of August. Since they're not proud of this thing. Your heritage is your country. Ain't nobody country. Cherish your country. You know what it is. When I hear some talk, they must have me afraid, And I said, but I didn't get into to voice my opinion. I said, look at that. Well, I wonder if we had a White House here. They would have said, oh, me going to India level because Mr. So-and-so just come over to India. Please and thanks. And the next thing again, they like waste taxpayers' money, Jamstone. That place will just paint up, Before they ever go down there, they repaint it again. They must stop all of that when we talk and stop hide behind the iron curtains. Stop letting them waste up our taxpayers' money, because when they charge you something, you will look up past the roof and say, well, no, they charge me this for. And don't go cry with it like by the electricity and all them there. I mean, I can't change it because I said it right now. Excuse me? Then I pull it down like long time and like the bill, how it bill look. You go there and you make a statement about it and say, I don't like this way so high this week. I mean this month and you were low last month. Somebody a fool, somebody a why people are uneducated people. Well educated,
Okay.
they need to pull down them barrier them man. Wake up people, wake up, Mr. Rio just come in and rub them up on me, Wake up. You mean to say me don't got treat you and me daughter, me granddaughter, me great brother know what they gonna do? Me tell this nonsense.
Okay, caller.
The other day watching a video from the Jamaica. And the park, the park looks so good. I said, Mr. How is Square should I do, because it was a slavery place. Nobody might come up, they come and grab now. And miss Georgia, miss Oh my gosh. I beg them wake up. I'm glad Mr. Mr. Culture come out to open this battle now. Because this need to look after your offside. Offside.
Okay,
You're not
caller.
good enough, man. Wake up and you're gone.
Okay. Okay. This is a good time to take a break and get a word from our sponsors. It's 11:22.
Found the sound 98.9.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
Feel the magic happening.
Campari.
Taste. Something incredible happens when Campari is mixed just right. Like Campari and orange juice poured over ice. Taste it. Try it tonight. Bitter, sweeter, better. Campari. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
Yes.
Jean,
Body space hot, boy. I can't take it.
well, it's a good thing I called. The TDC Home and Building Depots are having their Cool 'em Down sale, and you're sure to get 25% discount on fans, AC units, coolers, fridges, and more to beat this heat.
Girl, Betty, you're making joke.
No, girl. Stop sweating and let's go to the store now.
Come pick me up, because may want to miss the sale at TDC Home and Building Depot.
Cool. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
It's 11:24. We're back on Voices, and we're gonna go straight back to the phone lines. Voices, you're on the air.
Good morning, Brother Jamster. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
First, I always want to thank God for the Federation of Thinkit Navies, country we are born into, and a real national of my country. And I will assist, reach out there to anybody who want help, along as I got it. I'm a poor man, and I'm paying out for myself. And a blessed independent weekend to the Federation, if whole week, the whole of September to the Federation of Thinkit Navies. I believe that we come a long way. And we're supposed to done with the blind, ignorant politics. He ain't taking us nowhere, Jamster. And Jamster, is some people who calling me right now are the blind, ignorant politicalness that is happening, You understand? When we elect a government to serve the country. And when you're in a position and you come in government and you put something there and then your government get in, they're supposed to continue to follow the farm here. Because of the people them elect them and of the people them who agree with what they want them to do. Like the National Heroes Park. You understand? He left to the people them. Because of the blind politics. Jamster, that's why you see that I'm not in the politics anymore like before. To come up and already and lambaste nobody. Whoever gets in government, the people them elect them. And the people them elect them. And they know what they elect them for. And if they elect them and then doing what they're supposed to do, they're supposed to know when election they come what to do. But you see, we don't live up to whatever. We live up to party politics. Up to now, we live up to this party politics. And that is what's killing us. You understand? Any government get in there and do whatever they got to do, it benefit the country. Look Look at the Port Zante. Look at the Southeast Peninsula. How come them boycott them project there? Them boycott them project there. Because them are the bread basket for sink it right now. Port Zante and the Southeast Peninsula. And it's politically set thing that was going to do it now here. And it's them supporting the country right now, building up the country, building up the economy. So when one political party go in, they want to change what the political party was in government do because of what? Of politics. And because they want to make the opposition look bad now. You know? But if people don't get to the real common sense of the politics in this country, we will always get all these ignorance. We will always get these ignorance, I tell you, because it's taxpayers' money to do this thing, you know. And when you abandon the Heroes Park, or you abandon anything the farmer government do, you abandon what the people and money put there to do. What does I'm telling you about wonderful there? God bless.
Okay, caller. Mr. Politics, getting that out of his system. So the phone lines are open. To remember, like I said, at some point I'm gonna try and play Dwyer's commentary from last week, if there's time, and if maybe the calls slow down. Back to the phone lines. Voices, you're on the air.
Good morning, Jamster.
Hey, good morning.
How are you, man?
I'm good.
Okay. Jamster, I have two concerns this morning. First, I want to talk about something I heard on the Win FM morning news pertaining to the skeleton field workers, pertaining to illegal dumping. Now, as I listened this morning, it was very serious for me hearing the gentleman from Skelec talking about what the field workers go out and meet in their substation pertaining to illegal dumping when he spoke about things that they meet at their site, at the substation. Now, when he talk about some of the sanitary dumping that they found on the Skelec substation, this is very serious. Now, I don't think he went into detail, but it was clear enough that he's saying that sometimes they come across things like syringes, and it might catch one of the field workers off guard, and they can get stuck by a syringe. Now, that is very serious. The whole idea of illegal dumping is serious, Jamster. I remember one time I picked up a bag across the St. Johnson Long Park Road that was dumped. And in that bag was a utility bill with, a person's name. So I'm saying to Spellet, whenever they find these dumping, sometimes it's good to go through them. You might just find a bill with a person's name on it, and you can press charges against that person. Because we need to stop it. This thing needs to stop. There's a caller who call in all the time talk about the nastiness. But you see how serious this is? I mean, can we just imagine a skeleton worker or any public worker pick up something that has something inside of a bag when it comes to illegal dumping, and they get stuck by something, some object in that bag, and that can be a serious detriment to that person's life. So I want to call out on our people to take pride in what they're doing and let us stop this nastiness. Now, my other concern, Jamster, there was a climate summit held in Kenya last week. And when I listened to President William Ruto, I also appreciate his vibes or his stance on where we are going forward when it comes to climate change. But what I found interesting, Jamster, is an European politician by the name of Ursula von der Leyen. Now, listen to her wording, Van Jamster. Europe is not only concerned about exploiting the raw resources of Africa. Let me repeat this. These were her words. We are not only interested in exploiting your resources. Jamster, this is a woman, an European, telling African leaders in Kenya that they are not only interested in exploiting the resources of Africa. She offered $1.5 billion to help fight fight climate change, Jamster. Now, I am saying to our African leaders, do not accept that money. I mean, for me, the subtlety of the enemy by sending Ursula now to talk to African leaders, the female figure, Jamster, the female figure. This is why I'm saying they can afford to say that they have interest. If you jeopardize France interest, if you jeopardize American interest, then what is African interest, Jamster? Are you following me here?
I am.
She is saying, telling the African leaders that they are not only interested in exploiting your raw resources, but that in itself speaks.
Okay. Yeah.
I am hoping that our leaders would reject a $1.5 billion to fight climate change because Africa does not contribute to climate change. We in the sixth region does not contribute to climate change. Let them fix it. Let them fix what they created. But the thing is, Jamster, you know how I look at it, right? They are responsible for all the ill because they are against life. They are responsible for the global warming, climate change. They are against life. They are our common enemy. And this is why I want our people to wake up and recognize that those who they have mastered the art of war, they cannot be for peace. They have created destruction on this planet, and now they want to partner with the future going forward when the time is up, Jamster. I want our people to wake up.
Okay, caller.
Because while we have fulfilled 400 years of misery under their rule, they cannot be the future. Are you following me, Jamster?
Yes.
They cannot be. We have a saying here in our local politics: if Dougie is the problem, he cannot be a part of the solution. Well, let us look at them in this context. They have mastered the art of war because they are warlike. They cannot be for peace, and when they have destroyed this living entity we call Earth, they cannot be for peace going forward, Jamster. They are the carbon copy, and their time is up. They have an expiry date. I know the Christian community and many other people who would say, well, we are one. We come from one mother. Rubbish. That is rubbish. Because they put things in the book that we gravitate to, and the truth is hidden in plain sight. But we are blinded because we swallow. Jamster, let me ask you one question. I'm going to finish now. Were you born a Christian or were you born Jamster?
Well, I wasn't born Jamster either.
You cannot be anything else from what you were born. You were born Jamster, a black African man.
No, I wasn't born. I wasn't born Jamster.
Sorry?
I think I wasn't born Jamster, but I get your point. But that's not
okay,
really
well,
a good.
your
That's
name,
not a good
Jamster,
example.
I know you as Jamster. I don't know your name. Okay. But what I'm saying is, Jamster, we have in the book that we have to be born again to become a Christian. I'm talking to we Africans globally. You cannot be what you wasn't born. You were born an African black man, woman, and child. And to tell us through European civilization that you have to become a Christian, how can you be what you are not? We are Africans, and we had our civilization before we were interrupted. And all that they put in this book that all of us read, the truth is hidden in plain sight, and we have swallowed a lie. Even the book itself outlined in so many quotes and texts. Sir, let me tell you one of the texts that I like to gravitate
Journey,
to.
I really have to wrap because I have a guest here who should have
started
at the. Yes, but you said that about 3 minutes ago.
Sir, just allow me just 1 second. When we look at white supremacy, Jamster, now in its context, Jamster, Moses married an Ethiopian woman, and Miriam spoke out against it, and she was shut up for 7 days, white as snow. We worship whiteness, but whiteness is a curse because Miriam was shut up for 7 days, white as snow. Let that sink into the black community, Jamster. Thank you for hearing me.
Okay, great. Okay, we have to. I hope Journey understands. I'm not trying to get rid of him or anything. We have a guest. You really have to work on your brevity skills. Getting your point out in one shot, clear, concise, cogent. All right. So let's work on that. We're gonna take a break. It's 11:37. We have Sherry-Ann Weaver. She is the nutrition officer at the Ministry of Health. She's coming back to pitch to you the importance of eating fruit and vegetables. And also, you just might win a smoothie, so come back.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
50,000?
50,000?
$50,000? Win big with TDC. Win up to $50,000 cash in the TDC Mega Rewards Mega Raffle. To enter, you must be a Mega Rewards member or sign up to TDC Mega Rewards Loyalty Program. Shop at our TDC retail stores or online at shoptdcgroup.com to receive one entry for every $250 spent. Draws take place from July to November. Win $10,000 every month with your entry rolled over so you can win even more.
Yes, this is 50.
Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow. Rams the good food people, always there to serve you. Rams the good food people, locations right near you. Rams the good food people, in-store specials for you. Rams the good food people. When you need better service, Rams is always here. Better value, better prices, Rams is always here. Rewarding your loyalty, Rams is always here. We are community, we are family. We are family. Rams for you and me. We are community. Rams for you and me.
What's your name again?
Jamster. Yeah. Okay, so I'm back with Sherry-Ann Weaver. She is a nutrition officer at the Ministry of Health. First, before we go on, tell us exactly how your skills as a nutritionist, how that helps the Ministry of Health and by extension, the general public.
Hi, Jamster. Thanks for having me on again. Met you this morning, so that was cool. So as a nutrition officer, I feel like it's more like a partnership. I feel like it's an opportunity where I can get to share knowledge with the community on what eating could be like and should be like to enhance health. And then persons get to partner with us because each individual has changes to make. And most of the time it's personalized. The things that I might like eating, you may not like eating, and vice versa. So having that personal opportunity where we can sit down with individuals and have that one-on-one counseling, dietary counseling, we get to see what we need to change as individuals to make our health better. So what we are working towards now is, have you ever heard the saying, prevention is better than cure?
Absolutely.
All right. So we're working on how can we create prevention from diseases. If you don't have it, just try not to get it. So we work in that scope, but we also work on managing conditions. So if individuals have a condition, then what can we do with our diet in order to make changes? Yeah.
Okay. Now, you were telling us this morning on Island Tea about this is something I knew they do in North America. I didn't even realize that it was observed here. National Fruit Day. Tell us how you guys create awareness about the importance of eating fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so like I was saying this morning on Island Tea, with National Fruit Day, that came under the umbrella of Caribbean Wellness Week. And so we look for all opportunities in the Ministry of Health under the umbrella of Health Promotion Unit.
When is Caribbean Health Wellness Week?
So it would have been within this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so normally National Fruit Day would be celebrated on your second Tuesday in the month of September. And then you have to remember that COVID came and took us out for like a couple years. So I think the last major event that we had, other than last year, the last major event that we had was a dessert competition down at the circus with chefs. They use butternut squash to prepare dessert. And I think that was 2019. Kittish Hill won at the time. Belmont Farms, they won. So we had a rotating plaque that they kept. And then COVID happened, so that kind of took us out. So right now, what we're doing is rebuilding, using simplicity, and then we'll go back, hopefully next year, God spare life, we can go back into the competition because, like I said, we do have a rotating plaque where we will have competitions that people could win. But we use the second Tuesday in September to celebrate National Fruit Day. And I like what you said about the vegetables, because the truth is we oftentimes like to peer and say, well, just make sure you can throw in some vegetables in there. Why not just eat our local foods and throw in some vegetables? So, yeah, we pair it.
Okay, so tomorrow is National Fruit Day.
Yeah.
Okay. So we gave away a smoothie this morning, and I know you have another smoothie voucher to give away for what's his name again?
Smoothie King.
Smoothie
That's
King,
what I
yeah,
call
right.
him, Smoothie King. He
Well, that's what it
partnered with
says
us
here,
this
yeah,
year.
Smoothie King, yeah.
And so he gave us some vouchers to give out. And WinFM partnered with us in some other activities. So we wanted to give your listening audience an opportunity to have something on National Fruit Day, which would be a smoothie that they can have. When we were discussing this morning, we were talking about local fruits. And the caller, that was the question for the caller that won, to list 5 local fruits. And she did give us some good answers. But when I was thinking about it, I know this morning we mentioned Mansiport and Pontserrat and Sapodilla came up. But I was thinking, Shaddock, when last have you heard that?
Shaddock. That's like a citrus
Yes.
variant, right?
Yes. When last have you heard that one?
I know. I haven't heard that one. No, Shaddock. That's a good one.
Shaddock really kind of hit me. Like if I'm struggling with Shaddock, like with the children in primary school even know what Shaddock
And there's
is.
pomelo as well. You ever heard of pomelo?
Tell us what pomelo
That's another citrus. They have so many citrus variants. I think it's a cross between a grapefruit and it might be a cross between grapefruit
and Shaddock.
And Shaddock or some weird.
Maybe
Because there's a lot of weird cross variants with the citrus fruit, the citrus family.
Maybe
I mean,
one
like,
of the older audiences
like,
can tell us.
You know, the tangerine is basically it's an orange that was created in where's Tangiers again? Is that Morocco? I always get mixed up with those countries up there. Tunisia. Tangiers. Yeah, okay. Tangiers. So tangerine is basically someone from Tangiers. So that was an orange that was created in Northern Africa, and I think Spain. So it's basically an orange, but it's
a cross variant.
with something else.
Yeah.
So, you know. But
what about golden apple?
Golden apple.
When last have you eaten a golden apple?
Usually around Christmas. That's when they seem to.
But did you have one last Christmas?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our children know
But
what golden apples
But let me ask you a question though. The Ministry of Health, have you guys ever, because you know we know way more about the non-tropical fruits in terms of their nutritional profiles than we do about our own stuff.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done a study on, so we know, well, hey, does a Morocco have what nutritional value does a Morocco have? Does the the Miami apple have, like you just mentioned, the what was the one you just mentioned?
The citrus?
No, there was another.
The shaddock?
No, there was another one you just mentioned.
Golden apple?
Yes, the golden apple, like that, that kind of stuff. Do we know what the nutritional profiles are? So for example, the ministry could put out a chart that says, we know bananas are high in potassium, and that's not because of any research we did. That's just something we know because the more developed countries have always, they've always had that information available because they've been doing that kind of stuff for much longer.
So there was a body that was called CFNI, Caribbean Food and Nutrition Institute, and they would do the profiling. They used to do the profiling, okay? And so they were replaced. But I had some calendars in the office that they did that had some nutritional value on there. And so we do have to go back and do some research and see what is available, and then we also have to see what can we study now.
Okay.
Right? And what can we look at now that we're consuming, like you said, getting the nutritional content from it. So that's an area that we have kind of looked at, but we could put a little bit more interest in there, looking at our local foods.
I guess, for example, that the soursop is supposed to be an huge anti-cancer fruit.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting to know that and this isn't something I don't think that was found out in the Caribbean. It was
probably not. Probably researched somewhere else.
That's the sad part, right? You would think that people at UWI and so on and some of the few research institutes we have in the Caribbean would have been on top of this.
Like I said, CFNI had some information
CFNI,
and so we would have to go back and look and see all that they had out, and then have those available. Maybe have those in charts and have them around, and then seeing what we can do now.
Okay, we have a call. Let me take a call before we do the giveaway. Voices, you're on the air. Do you have a question for the nutrition officer?
Greetings, Isa.
Hi,
Extending greetings to your guests.
Hi.
Thank you.
Give thanks for the information. Yeah, that knowledge there concerning the, what we get from what we, because we are listening and we are thinking about fat pork. We're thinking about stinking tour.
Yes.
And all that long, custard apple, them thing they probably use up in the hills and just, when the food they out a yard, even when food a yard, we turn down pot for me own and we just go up in the mountain. And the monkey they still, but, two words they use, you guess you that we don't like that word, word song is power. It is, diet and dietary. That sound there, like for instance, you hear people talk about lifestyle, and at the same time they are doing things with begets debt. Yeah, we have to be very careful with word sound, even though they are there in the dictionary and they say, well, if we use them words, when we hear that word, that word is connected to diabetes and all those kind of things there, die, we hearing that sound, die, which is all connected with death.
Eli, what you should do is the guest is asking me, she's probably unfamiliar with the Rastafari let's say flair for pointing out words that have negative connotations. Yes.
I
kind of like it,
man, and we really need to get over them, because when we dietary.
So what's
what
the
die
suggestion?
mean? When we say somebody die,
Maybe
and then there may be example again about the lifestyle, but at the same time people say this lifestyle, and at the same time this lifestyle will be getting death.
maybe livet would be a better word to replace diet. Dietary is livetary. How about that? How about livet for diet and livetary for dietary?
What's some power? We must live to live. We have a problem with this death, with this cheese coating, man. We have a problem with this. The people are dead wrong us. We're hearing death announcement more than ever before. It's how we are consuming. You know, you hearing the sound about the food there. Food there? There? I know brethren and sisters who just live on fruits. They are fruitarian. There is people from certain parts in certain continents, they are breatharian. They do not eat. They go on certain parts of a mountain and just inhale and exhale, and that carry them for months. Yeah, I know people who live on just sea moss alone. I mean, people we are not living to live. And we are in an environment that can allow us to do so. The tropics and our earth. We're not doing that. I mean, look at the way most of our people are consuming. With all of the information that they are disseminating now and before, go to the flesh parlors and you see how they line up for flesh. I mean, we really need to be serious in this because it not only concerns us now, but it concerns generations unborn.
Absolutely. Okay, Eli, we have to do the giveaway. You were saying? Yeah, sure.
I was saying, can I respond?
Of course.
Thank you so much for that
listening.
caller. I think sometimes we miss that people have to start somewhere. And everybody's not on the same page. Everybody's not on the same level, right? And so the older generation, we look at them, they look stronger than the younger people. They're living us out now. And we look at what they were eating before, right? What they were having. They weren't having certain foods. They weren't having a lot of processed foods. They were, like he said, they were eating from the earth. They were eating from the ground. And then now we have a generation where we just consume a lot of processed foods. It's what we know. It's what we grew up under. And so even though it may seem like we're starting with a day, it's not really starting with a day. It's having an influence. And it's starting somewhere and hoping that that ripple effect continues. So yes, people eat fruits, but how often? How many times per week? When I counsel people and I listen to them, majority of people tell me they only really eat vegetables on the weekend, on a Sunday. Or some might have it sporadically through the week. That's not everybody, but that's a lot of people, right? And so what we're trying to do is just create that opportunity, that awareness, that beginning of a new practice. And I hear you. Maybe I need to understand a little bit more about the lingo, about the diet. People come oftentimes and they say, I want a diet. I want to lose weight. And I tell them, well, do you really understand what a diet is? Because the word diet is basically reflecting what you commonly eat, right? So I understand what you're saying about the lingo. I have to maybe have a conversation with you to understand it a little bit more. But we're looking at what can we do to influence the change of habits and behaviors that is currently going on. And like I said this morning, all of us have something. I love potatoes. It's just a thing.
Yeah. It looks like the callers are preempting when you do the giveaway because they're already calling. That's so sneaky there. So you're ready for your question?
You really want us to ask them a question?
Yeah.
A soft one or a hard one?
I actually, you know what I'm thinking? Would it be nice if I really wish that, I mean, that list that Kai gave this morning was okay, but it would have been nice if we had gotten a list like what Eli was saying with, stinking toe and
yes, that's what I was looking at.
That's what I was
that's what I was hoping for. And we did give some of those away while we were talking. But do you think we have enough that we can get some, at least 5 more outside of what we gave already?
Yeah, probably. But then what's going to happen is that inevitably somebody's going to call some fruit that was called this morning. So
if you think we should give it
maybe,
a go, we could give it a go.
How about we try this one? This one might be kind of hard, but somebody might know. How about the proper, I don't want to say proper, how about the scientific name for the soursop? What? That's too hard? It's too hard, right?
But,
it's too hard. No, if it's too hard, we could do something else.
Let's do something else.
Okay, all right. It's probably too hard. Okay, so you go ahead.
Well,
even scientific name sounds wrong. I should have said the other name.
Scientific name is fine for some of us, and then I guess culturally for others it might be something else. What can we ask you? You want us to give them a run around from this morning and see if anybody was listening, or give them a new question?
How about if you could get someone to give 5 other fruits, and the person that can give 5 fruits that are not on the list from this morning?
And the serving size. So it has to be the serving, because I want to give them that tidbit before we go. So, okay. So we could do that for the question. I'll eliminate the question I had before, and let's go with the
serving.
We're looking at the serving size. If you were listening this morning, or even if you weren't listening this morning, how can you measure the serving size of a fruit? We gave an example this morning, and 5 of the old-time fruits.
Or maybe we could go with just a serving too.
The serving?
That might be.
All right.
If someone happens, that would be a bonus. But I guess we could. The serving size would be fine.
And if anybody wants to educate us on some old school fruits, because
then we'll know who was listening this morning and was paying attention.
All right.
Okay, so call us. The numbers are 4660989, 6620989, and 7620989. Don't forget, tomorrow is National Fruit Day, and we're looking for an example she gave this morning. You could say a rule of thumb for what a serving size of fruit is. Give us a call, and you can win yourself a free smoothie. Compliments the Smoothie King on 4th Street. Okay, so we can chat in the meantime until someone calls. Right? We don't have any calls.
Okay, so basically just reiterating a little bit, even though tomorrow's National Fruit Day and we do want you to consume your fruits, we're asking you to replace your processed foods, your snacks that come in a bag, whether it's chips, crackers, Cheetos, cookies, anything that comes in a bag, basically, and try to replace those with a fruit of your choice. Tomorrow, if you snack. If you don't snack, then just have your fruit with your meal sometime within the day. And then we're asking you also to please do the same for the children, so that tomorrow the children can have a fruit only for their snack for the day.
So we have a caller. Caller, go right ahead. Give it a shot.
Yeah, Jam Store and you guys there. Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't think it is legal to say how much ounces of fruit or piece of fruit you should eat, because fruit don't have enough chemicals or additives, and they cannot expire to kill you. What supposed to have in the ounces that people supposed to take is what manufactured in a factory, because they put in amount of chemical and additives to preserve it, and it's all based on money. When we were small, we eat mango all day. Sometimes I like 20 mango you don't in yam for the day, and you go down and meet apple and you eat them there. So I don't think they should have anything named serving size when it comes to food.
But what she was saying, it was like at least a sort of minimum rule of thumb to say to say that is a rough serving size. You don't remember what she said this morning?
Serving, no, I didn't hear all about serving size. I still go
It's a
hang
fruit.
up on
She
that
gave a
tea and-
fruit that she said that was a rough analog for what a serving size is.
But anyway,
Okay.
anything you overdo is bad. So if you eat mango till your belly stiff and it busts, that's bad. But when it comes to tree and under the ground, I don't think we should have no limit and nothing on that. Let's eat. But what happened now is the kind of food, the kind of thing what they're selling for people to gravitate to. They're doing all of that to make money. They're based on money, so they're going to make it look nice and sound nice. But when you check the fine prints on in there, a couple days after, you see the effect of leaving certain things on the shelf. Well, what the question is now?
Well,
Hello?
yes, I just told you what the question was. It's actually news time now.
Oh, okay.
I just told you what the question was, and you okay. So clearly you weren't listening this morning.
No, definitely. I couldn't hear because I don't want. I wait by the radio and I got to turn it off with the phone because I don't like it coming through the radio, through the phone.
Okay, all right.
Well, somebody who has the answer, they could call and give it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we're out of time. I don't know. Do you want to stay until after the news, or you can do that? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead to news time, and we don't forget we're gonna have another smoothie giveaway from Mr. The Smoothie King on 4th Street, and this compliments Sherry Ann Webster. She is a nutrition officer with the Ministry of Health. So let's go to news.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
We now bring you the headline news. The headline news is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, KDP Enterprises, The Grange, and Carib Brewery.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built, non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts? It's situated at Otley's, 7 miles east of Basseterre in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodations to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world, whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous. You can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air, we get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises at 466-9595.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Delisle Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
With the Win FM headline news, I am Yulana Weeks. Locally, 3 Nivision restaurateurs to be honored at NEVDC banquet. 24-year-old succumbs to gunshot injuries, brings murder toll in St. Kitts Nevis to 20. The details and more straight ahead. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force is seeking the public's assistance in solving the murder of 24-year-old DeAndre Brown, alias Bush, of New Road, St. Kitts. In responding to an emergency call at Buckley's between 11 and 11:30 p.m. on Saturday night, September 9, 2023, officers of the Violent Crime Unit found the bullet-riddled body of DeAndre Brown lying motionless in the parking lot of Caribbean Cinemas. Preliminary inquiries indicated that Brown was walking in the parking lot of the movie theater when two armed assailants approached him and shot him several times about the body. The medical emergency services was on scene, but the spreading of a white sheet indicated that Brown succumbed to his injuries. He was examined and pronounced dead by the district's medical officer. Officers of the crime scene unit processed the scene and collected items of evidential value. Anyone with information pertaining to the matter is encouraged to call the nearest police station or the Crime Stoppers hotline at 707. Brown's murder was recorded as the 20th homicide committed in St. Kitts and Nevis by September 9, 2023. According to statistics compiled by local police, 10 homicides were committed in 2020, 14 in 2021, and 11 in 2022. The trend suggests that there has been a surge in homicides in 2023 over the past 3 years, respectively, the overwhelming majority being carried out by firearms. The slayings have left many families and friends grieving, some of whom are yet to get justice or hear the motive for the crimes. Likewise, the general population is also anticipating answers to where are these guns coming from and who are the masterminds behind these crimes. Despite efforts by the St. Kitts Nevis government and law enforcement agencies to improve border and port security, increase surveillance and patrol on the ground, and maximize community policing, certain fractions of the community believes that enough isn't being done and that limited options are available to deal with the homicide crisis internally. The Nivision Association of Washington, D.C. will be hosting its 18th annual Honors Banquet in Maryland on Saturday, September 16, 2023. The NEVDC banquet will be held under the theme, A Cultural Journey Through a Dining Experience. 3 Nivision restaurateurs, Llewellyn Sunshine Keynes, owner of Sunshine's Bar and Grill, Randy Jeffers of Lime Beach Bar and Tours, and Cleo Hanley Walters, owner of Old House Cafe, will be officially honored by NEVDC. Also at the event, one patron will have the opportunity to win a free autographed copy of the recently published book, The Father, Sons, and Offsprings, penned by Mr. Stevenson Manners. The criteria states you must be in attendance, you must be born in September, and your birthday must fall on or closest to National Heroes Day, September 16. Individuals should walk with an ID for verification. Music will be provided by Image Band and special entertainment by the reigning Calypso monarch Andrew King Hollywood Nisbet. According to the association's website, NEVDC is a non-profit organization founded by Nivisions committed to having a positive impact on the lives of Nivisions at home and abroad. Membership in NEVDC is open to all Nivisions, their descendants, and other persons and organizations with an interest in the advancement of Nevis and Nivisions. Regionally,
the Grenada National Reparations Committee Chair, Ali Gill, says there is no better way for Africans on the continent and people of the Caribbean to reconnect than by flying regularly directly into each other's countries. He made the remarks on Thursday on the occasion of Africa CARICOM Day. Gill also cited cultural exchanges and economic cooperation as potential areas of mutual benefit for the Caribbean and Africa. He said both the Caribbean region, where the majority of the population is of African descent, and Africa itself are known for their exciting artistic and musical talent, and there is a natural synergy that can be built on. The partnership between the Caribbean community and the African continent holds immense potential for fostering cultural exchange, economic growth, and tourism development. Recognizing the shared history, cultural ties, and mutual interest, Dr. Carla N. Bennett, Secretary General of CARICOM, said CARICOM and Africa have embarked on a collaborative effort to promote travel between the two regions.
It is evident that this partnership between CARICOM and Africa is making progress in some of the priority areas to which heads committed at the first CARICOM Africa Summit. However, more work needs to be done to establish concrete and consistent connections between the community and Africa in several areas. These include cooperation, in mass media and information sharing between both regions, establishing a CARICOM Africa Commission, increasing direct engagements between the people of our regions to enhance our appreciation of our history and our cultures, and improving our connectivity with convenient transportation links. We are preparing to sign the Memorandum of Understanding, which has already been agreed between the African Union Commission and the CARICOM Secretariat to institutionalize our collaboration. Through our cooperation, we are building on the strong and inspiring tradition of Pan-Africanism and facilitating the reconnection of the continent with the African diaspora, now designated by the AU as the sixth region of Africa.
She was addressing the celebration of Africa CARICOM Day, organized by the PJ Patterson Institute for Africa Caribbean Advocacy and the University of the West Indies, Mona. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, JBN News.
The leader of the opposition, Aubrey Norton, is prepared to hold talks with the president on a number of constitutional matters, though not optimistic that those talks will take place anytime soon, given the government's posture towards the opposition. Last week, the U.S. ambassador expressed a willingness to broker talks between the two leaders, but both the president and the vice president brushed aside the suggestion. Today, Mr. Norton said he's open to the proposal, but strongly believes that Guyanese should be able to solve their own problems.
Guyana is a sovereign country, and we welcome the overtures of the United States. We're always good when people are showing an interest in Guyana, and therefore we have no problem with the offer. But I believe the onus is on Guyanese to solve Guyanese problems.
Citing an example of the president's reluctance to meet with him, the opposition leader said in June of last year he wrote to the president, signaling his support of the confirmation of Justice Unit Cummings as the Chancellor of the Judiciary and Justice Roxanne George as the country's Chief Justice. He said the response was arrogant.
The president's response was arrogant. He said in his response that he decides the time and place when everything should occur. I don't see the need for me to be writing the president on these matters when the president has exuded an arrogance that suggests that he's not propitiously disposed to any initiative outside of what they think.
President Ali and the opposition leader have not held official talks in more than a year. In May of last year, they met for the first time to discuss a number of constitutional and statutory appointments. However, the relationship went downhill weeks later, after a planned meeting between the two leaders fell through. The situation further deteriorated after the opposition leader refused to shake the hand of the president at an event, telling reporters that he will not shake the hands of his oppressors. But today, Mr. Norton said though Guyanese are still oppressed, he shook the hands of the president at a event back in April, while the two greeted each other.
Anyone who was at that function for the 7 Days Adventist Church will know that I shook his hands. And I did shake his hands because he ended the oppression. I shook his hands because at the time, I thought the forum was a forum that sought to bring us together, and it was the right thing to do. So I considered disingenuous when the president is still ranting and raving about a shake hand.
And the chairman of the PNC Reform, Sherwin Holder, said it is clear that the government is not interested in advancing talks with the opposition.
We entertain no hope that such engagements at any level would deliver benefits, given the PPP's obsession with seeking total one-party domination and control. While many look to the president, leader of the opposition summits as the only mechanism for engagement, several other forums exist for inter-party discussion and agreement, such as the National Assembly, regional and local government councils, state boards and commissions, and joint task forces.
The PNC chairman noted that the government has shown no interest in engaging the opposition, but has chosen to sideline the main opposition party.
Internationally,
Rescuers have stepped up their efforts to find survivors of Friday's earthquake in Morocco, which has killed more than 2,100 people. The Moroccan government says it has accepted aid from 4 countries, Britain, Spain, Qatar and the UAE, but would accept others as needs developed. Villagers in the Atlas Mountains have been using their bare hands to help rescuers search for people who may have survived under the rubble. Joe Inwood reports.
High in the Atlas Mountains, the grim work of recovering bodies continues. These remote communities didn't stand a chance against one of the most powerful earthquakes this country has ever seen. More than 2,000 people are already known to have died, and that number is expected to rise.
The bodies of my son and his wife are under the rubble. There was no one there to recover the bodies. We ask you to make our voice heard by the authorities. We want to open the road.
Imin Tala, which was close to the epicenter, has been all but destroyed. Many who survived the initial quake are now homeless or in mourning.
People are very depressed here. The village of Imin Tala is completely demolished. There's no one left to help. The cliff fell on them. The people are still under the rubble, and no one can remove the stones, and the authorities haven't sent the equipment to remove them, as they haven't done so for 3 days. You can smell the corpses everywhere.
The earthquake struck on Friday evening, just south of the historic city of Marrakesh. Its centre, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, was badly damaged. Help is arriving, but slowly. A team of Spanish volunteers has already joined the rescue efforts. A 60-strong British group is also on their way. Moroccans have been queuing up to donate blood, the national football team amongst those joining in.
We will do whatever we can. When we heard that blood donation were needed, we wanted to help. If it was blood they need, we will donate blood. And if they need more than that, we will help them more.
Back up in the Atlas Mountains, entire villages have been wiped out. Once the rescue and recovery is over, they will have to try and rebuild both their homes and their lives. Joe Inwood, BBC News.
It's been 22 years since al-Qaeda terrorists hijacked 4 planes and crashed them in the eastern U.S. President Biden is returning from Asia. He'll commemorate the day by giving a speech in Anchorage. First Lady Jill Biden will lay a wreath at the Pentagon. Vice President Harris will attend ceremonies at the World Trade Center in New York. Her husband, Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff, will attend the remembrance in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. From member station WITF, Rachel McDevitt reports the hijackers who crashed in Pennsylvania were the only ones to miss their target.
Recordings from the flight illustrate how the 40 passengers and crew members tried to take back control of the plane, which was likely headed toward the U.S. Capitol building. It crashed in a former strip mine in western Pennsylvania, killing all on board. The remembrance ceremony in Shanksville includes a reading of the names of the victims along with a bell ringing that will coincide with the exact time of the crash, 10:03 a.m. Rabbi Jeffrey Myers, who survived the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting, will offer a moment of reflection. The day's ceremonies wrap up with a public wreath laying at the memorial. For NPR News, I'm Rachel McDevitt in Harrisburg.
That was the WINNFM Headline News. The Headline News was brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, KDP Enterprises, The Grange, and Carib Brewery.
With over a century of perfection behind the Mackeson name, a smooth blend with perfect balance and richness, it's no wonder Mackeson Triple Stout has a legacy of perfection. Enjoyed the world over. Introducing our new look with the same great taste. Mackeson. All hail the king.
Please drink responsibly.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, Only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world, whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous. You can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air, we get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises at 466-9595.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built, non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts? It's situated at Otley's, 7 miles east of Basseterre in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodations to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM. Win FM weather.
It's 12:26. It's time for your weather, and the weather is brought to you by C&W Business.
Hurricane season can be unpredictable, but your business doesn't have to be. In the face of adversity, you need a partner that goes above and beyond. Choose the path of resilience and certainty with C&W Business. Through disaster recovery as a strategy solution, C&W Business will safeguard your critical data, maintain seamless communication channels, and help you bounce back faster than ever before. Visit our website, cwcbusiness.com/myopenbusiness to learn more. Remember, a safe business is an open business.
And the weather outlook for today says lingering moisture and instability associated with Hurricane Lee coupled with daytime heating could trigger periods of shower activity over and around the islands. Of course, you guys know that Hurricane Lee, we dodged a bullet, but the weather is the weather, and Hurricane Lee is having an effect on the weather conditions at the moment, for better or for worse. Mostly for better. So today, partly sunny with a 40% or moderate chance of a brief afternoon shower. Tonight's weather is mostly fair with a 20% or slight chance of passing showers. Wind southwest at 15 to 26 clicks or 9 to 16 miles per hour with lighter spells overnight. Seas 1.5 to 2.4 meters or 5 to 8 feet with northerly swells up to 2.1 meters or 7 feet. So therefore, a high surf advisory remains in place mainly for the north and eastern coastlines of the islands. Sunset today 6:16 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow Tuesday will be 5:58 a.m. Today's temperature, we're looking at, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so we're looking at a high today of 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius. Tonight's low will be 79 degrees Fahrenheit. And that weather is actually valid until tomorrow at 8 a.m. So that's your weather, brought to you by C&W Business. Voices continues right after.
This is your official invitation to the Conscious Party.
Get conscious, get down to business every Wednesday with Conscious Business. Join the Conscious Musical Reasoning with Selector Highest, strictly positive and conscious music on Conscious Business on WinFM 98.9, winfm.com. Vibes include Business Education Corner, Business Quote of the Day, Agriculture Time, and Mama Love Chat of the Day.
Mama, I don't ever want to see you cry.
Conscious Business is brought to you by Light New Steam Cleaning. You too can get exposure and awareness for your business when you call WinFM's sales department to advertise here. Conscious Business is positive growth.
It's 12:28, and it's time for the second half of Voices, brought to you by Hosford's. And don't forget, we've got Sherry Ann Weaver. She's still with me. She is just itching to give away another smoothie voucher. She's all about healthy eating. She is a nutrition officer at the Ministry of Health. So we have another smoothie voucher to give away. We're going to do that right after this word from Hosford's, and then we get into the second half of Voices.
Are you ready for a transformation in your living space? Look no further than Horswood's Furniture and Appliances, your ultimate destination for easy living, easy saving. Get ready to experience comfort like never before with our living room set sale event. For a limited time, we're offering an incredible 20% off on all cash purchases of living room sets store-wide. Yes, you heard that right, 20% off. But wait, there's more. When you choose to go with higher purchase, not only will you get your dream living room set, but you'll also receive double cash back coupons for free groceries. It's a win-win. Upgrade your living space while earning rewards for your kitchen. So mark your calendars and head over to Horswood's Furniture and Appliances today. Experience easy living, easy saving with 20% off on all cash purchases of living room sets store-wide. And remember, double cash back for free groceries on all higher purchase options throughout September. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Horswood's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store. Your home, your style, your saving. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
And we are back with Sherry Ann Weaver. Finally got it right. Apparently I said Webster before. Man, I'm terrible. So we are back, and we have the second of two smoothie vouchers that we want to give away. Compliments the Ministry of Health and Smoothie King on 4th Street. So take it away, Sherry Ann.
All right, so we're going to switch up the question because I noticed that it might be a little unfair. The audience for Voices might be different to the audience for Island Tea.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to basically ask, what is the portions, how many portions of fruits and vegetables you should at least have for the day? Okay? there is a number. What is the portions, what is the amount that you should at least have for the day, each individual? That's the question. Fruits and vegetables.
So you heard the question. People, give us a call, 466-762-662-0989, and you can win yourself. Okay, so we got our first hit on the phone. Call, go right ahead. Hey, go. Speak up louder.
Good afternoon. A cup.
We're looking for the number, darling. The number of portions of fruits and vegetables we can have for the day.
Okay. Okay, so she said a cup.
A cup, well, if she's looking at serving sizes, but that would vary based off of the fruit. But we're looking at fruits and vegetables at this point.
Caller, could you turn your radio down, please? Or I'm just going to drop you.
No.
Okay. Okay, could you turn your radio off, please, and listen to the phone?
Is it 5 servings?
Yes, you're right. It's actually 5 servings. And for the gentleman that called earlier, what we're saying is minimum. We're saying at least, okay, of fruits and vegetables. And like he also rightfully said, temperance in all things, moderation. So, my dear, thank you for participating. You just won yourself a smoothie voucher from Smoothie King, and you can collect it down at the WINNFM radio station. I'll leave it right here for you.
Okay, so caller, you want to give your name?
Off here.
Off here. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put you on hold, and then... Okay, let's see if I can put this person on hold. And... That's not going so well. Let me... Okay, yeah, I think I finally managed to put them on hold. Okay, caller, just hang on a bit. I'm going to come there. So in the meantime, you can tell them about National Fruit
Okay, so just reiterating, tomorrow we're going to be celebrating on the 12th of September. We're going to be celebrating National Fruit Day, and we're asking you to replace your packaged snacks, whether it's chips, cookies, Cheetos, crackers, whatever comes in a package. We're asking you to replace it with a fruit. If you do snack, if you don't snack, just have your fruit incorporated with your meals. And we're asking you to also do that for your children for their snacks for school tomorrow. Additionally, if you are diabetic, you should know this, but if you are diabetic, the serving size of a fruit, we like to give visuals. So about the size of the little gala apples, those apples that you get 5 in a bag, about the size of that is a serving size of a fruit. And most diabetics know if it is larger than that, you cut it in half and you have half in one sitting. Okay, so if you're diabetic, we do want you to participate, but please do it in a safe way. And the general public that will be participating, we want you to enjoy your fruits. And if you're going to add in your vegetables, they are more than welcome, particularly if you're going to have a smoothie. We don't want you to have a smoothie with just fruits. That's going to spike the blood sugar too high. So feel free to add some kale or some spinach or some bok choy within your smoothie. Thank you so much. And we're looking forward to continuing to partner with those in the Federation. If you have the old-time fruits available, if you see anything, eat those tomorrow. If you can get your hands on some guineps, as well as please just tag some photos on the Ministry of Health Facebook page at Caribbean Wellness Week and at National Fruit Day. So tag us with your pictures. We don't know, we might have another giveaway if we like what we're seeing that's coming in. I would like to say thank you to WINNFM for having us on today and being able to promote to your listening audience.
And thank you for spreading the awareness. Okay, so it's 12:36. So that you just heard it from Sherry Ann Weaver. She's a nutrition officer at the Ministry of Health, and we just gave away the second of 2 smoothie vouchers. Compliments Smoothie King. Both winners, you can come to WINNFM and pick up your vouchers. The first winner knows who she is, so she's going to be coming to pick up her voucher. So let me just take this call. I was going to go to the break, but caller, go right ahead.
Hi, John, sir. Good afternoon.
Hi,
is
what's
the lady
up?
still in the
No,
studio?
no, she's left.
Wow. Okay. I want to applaud her for her effort, but these things are too few and far between, though. Considering where we are, and I heard the news from even great, it was Barbados. Even the way we eat, the ramen, they are aware, and yet the message is not getting across to our people. We are losing our youth younger to diabetes, and I like each youth's message. It seems like something like a conspiracy. Why you would attach the word that, or the etymology, towards those non-communicable diseases. It sends the wrong message. And so I wanted to, have a little discussion with the lady about that, but suffice to say she left. And so I want to say that we need more programs of this sort. We need more messages of this sort. I want to diverse here and go into something else, that commitment jamster. I heard the news a while ago as to the lady in Grenada about the Grenadian Reparations Committee, and she is talking about something that happened the other day in Barbados. On the 7th, Barbados did the flag raising ceremony to commemorate the 2021 signing of the CARICOM and the African Union. As the lady said, we are the 6 regions. And there was a few things that happened throughout the course of last week. Are you aware of the G20 meeting in India, Jamsa?
Yes, I am.
Right. And I have spoke to one of your journalists there. He hosted a program, and I spoke to him about that. And lo and behold, the African Union is a member now of the G20. Likewise, the way that the European Union is a member of the G20. You see, our voices must be heard because we have a lot of contribution. And so that was the second thing that really caught my attention, is that the African Union is officially, India hosted it, and Mr. Modi, who really, there are others. We are partners in this together. And the third one was the Africa Climate Summit in Kenya. And hearing about the news about the earthquake in Morocco, and Morocco is on the African continent, and the climate change is affecting everyone, but more so it is affecting us in such a way that we need to do something. Yes, there's a lot of blame that can be passed around. But if we are reluctant, if we are naive, if we are ignorant, we're going to be losing a lot of people, because the African continent and the Caribbean is most affected. I look on the Caribbean side, and I normally see all this sargassum on the Atlantic side. But now, on the Caribbean side, in the Newtown Bay Road, the Newtown Bay, the whole coastline is awash with sargassum. Are you going to convince me that we're not having a problem with the blame can be laid as to those industrialized countries? But if we're going to just point fingers at the industrialized country and not realizing it is at our doorstep, and we are likely, just like how we borrowed money at 8% rate, it seems like we are so target that we are likely, not all of us would die, but a lot of us is going to die, according to the statistics. It brought my memory back to something that it was said leading up to World War II. And it was said in other places. I listened to something the other day where a lecturer came in a room, and he just pointed on a lady and told her, leave the room. When the lady left the room, you know what he asked the others? He said, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say something? He made the point that the lady was picked on for no apparent reason, and the others stayed there silent. We have a voice, and this is time for our voice to be heard. And in terms of, the lopsided disparity, the African continent is not in a position to present the capital. Others are in a position for that. Let's say China. They are in a position to present the technology. Africa is in a position to present the green space because of the forestry and, the space for alternative green energy. Others is in position for other things. It is going to affect all of us because if we stay silent, in which we're not going to stay silent, because we are the parents of all of them. Africa and the Africans are the parents of all others. The Indians in North America will say that, the Caucasians, they are our little brothers. But I say that Africa, and that is the point that President William Ruto said. He welcomed them to Kenya, and he said, welcome. Before you people left this continent, we were here, and you left us, and now you come back, we're welcoming you. He went on to say that Kenya is proposing a visa-free area because he made the point and said, why should we allow you, who has the rights to be here, present a visa? And that's the point I made. I am not going onto the continent of Africa where Nana Kofi Addo in Ghana wants me to come to have a visa to come back home. I'd rather go to Kenya or to one other country that don't have that visa access. They cannot tell me I must present a visa to come home. So that's the point William Ruto made.
Feel the excitement in the air. Millions in free groceries with every Flex Pay Higher purchase. Oh wait, there's more to this phenomenal offer. Hold on to your seats because this is your chance to win an entire year of free groceries through the exhilarating Double Cashback Season Double Cashback Promotion. Wait. Did I mention it's Double Cashback Coupon Season at Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store? Don't delay. Come in today before it's too late and snatch up your Double Cashback coupons for absolutely free groceries. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Okay, so we are back. Okay, I'm not sure how many people are hearing me. I was gonna play Dwyer's commentary. Well, maybe I can do that still. But for those of you not hearing us, if you're hearing us online, and it's possible for you to let some of the people listening to us via radio who may not be hearing us now due to the power outage that just happened. Well, of course, you can always listen online. You can go to WINNmediaSKN.com and go to the WinFM website. You can also go to YouTube and Facebook as well. So, yes, those are your options. So, in the meantime, I'm thinking I'm going to I think I want to play Dwyer's commentary. His commentary from last Wednesday. A lot of times we tend not to get to them because of time constraints, and sometimes the commentaries are kind of long, and we might not have the time to listen to them. So let's try it this time. Here's Dwyer's commentary from last week. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know what's okay. So I think I know what this would probably because of the this would probably because of the power outage. So it means that the internet. I think the internet might not be optimal right now. So it looks like I'm gonna have to scratch that. Okay, so if anyone is listening to me, you can give me a call on any topic of your choice. Once again, apologies. We just had a power outage, and yes, we just had a power outage, and the generator in a sense just came on. So it's possible that some people are not getting us via transmitter, via radio. So give me a call if you want to talk about any topic. And of course, I guess later on we'll find out what's going on with the power. The power has the power is out because the transmitter just, or rather, the power outage just happened. So we're actually on generator here at the Sands. So okay, so let's take another quick break.
Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash back for free groceries with every hire purchase will be given back this coupon season. Happening now, hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash back coupons to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023, you get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Horseman's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
And we are back in Voices. I await your calls. Now, where do they do this thing you guys do? You guys call during a commercial break. I don't get it. And now I'm here. No calls. But I play one commercial and there are 3 calls coming in. But now there are no calls. Where did they do that at? Unbelievable. So I await your calls. 4660989, 6620989, and 7620989. Once again, we are in the middle of a power outage. We are operating on standby power at the moment here at the Sands. So give me a call. Yes, give me a call here at WINNFM. I await your calls. I honestly don't know how you guys pull that off. I'm here talking. There's no one calling. I go to a commercial break, and that's when the calls come in. I don't understand it. Now, we had homicide number 20 that happened over the weekend. A fatal shooting has been recorded in St. Kitts. The deceased has been identified as DeAndre Brown, alias Bush. He's 24 years old, and was from New Road, St. Kitts. The police said on September 9, between 11 p.m. and 11:30 p.m., officers received reports of gunfire heard in the Buckley's area on St. Kitts. Upon investigation, Brown was found lying motionless on the ground in the movie theater's parking lot. A further exam revealed that Brown had been shot several times about the body. He succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced deceased at the scene. Yes, so we're now on murder number 20. Now, what's interesting about this, for me anyway, is I was there just on an hour before getting some jerk pork from the Jamaican jerk stand there. It just occurred to me that I may have left just before that happened. So it's funny how funny how things work. Now, if I'd happened to be there when that happened, I mean, you never know what could happen, right? Okay, so let's go to the phone lines. Voices, you're on.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon, man. How you doing, man?
Hey, good afternoon. What's up?
Seems like you had a little interruption there, but online you're coming through clearly. You're coming through really good online.
No, okay. Power outage. So I'm assuming.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm assuming no one's getting me
Yeah.
on via radio. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No problem, man. You're coming through loud and clear online.
Okay.
Yeah, the gentleman that spoke after lunch about the issues there in Africa and whatever. Yeah, I want to hear, I want you guys to maybe put on some more programs about, what's going on the continent right now, in reflection to what's going on the continent right now with all of the uprisings in the French countries there. I remember when I was younger, during apartheid, we had Bob Marley and those guys, Peter Tosh had a song, chanting on apartheid.
Yeah.
I just want to see some programs. If you guys are capable to put some programs on for the guys that's Pan-Africanists in the Federation, a lot of people being, trying to bridge that gap between Africa and the Caribbean. And now that we're having some uprisings there, finally those guys in Africa are standing up for their rights to protect their natural resources and stuff like that. And even what has happened in Niger, the French Prime Minister, it seems like he is trying to stay there. Those guys are asking him to remove themselves and they're not trying to leave. And, just as well as we had peoples and persons and movements chanting down apartheid, we should have some more dialogue about this stuff to lend a voice to what's going on in the continent, because it just seems like, Africa, they don't have no military there. These guys don't have no military might like these foreign dominations. And, if they're asking them to move and go get out their countries, I don't see why they're going to try to stay there to bully these people, because it's about time, Africa take control of Africa and their resources there. But for me, I just want to see some more dialogue. That's my little contribution for today.
Yeah, okay. Well said. I think I was discussing that with someone on the weekend, I think. And I think we have touched on that on Identity last week about I think we touched on that last week. But yes, we can always do more on the Africa outreach tip, that's for sure. And we're just awaiting the time when the politicians actually start keeping the same energy for the things that truly matter rather than get in the bag, because get in the bag seems to be the only thing they're interested in. Let's go back to the phone lines. Voices, you're on the air. Okay, seems as though I lost that call. So yeah. Okay, I'm trying to get a call here. Having some trouble. So the numbers are 466-0989, 762-0989, and 662-0989. It's 3 minutes until 1 o'clock. And I'm sitting in for Socrates today on Voices. And okay, still trying to get a particular line here to engage. Okay. Caller, go right ahead.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, and good afternoon to the listeners home and abroad. Carl Brown here. So, concerning the vultures for school children for the 40th anniversary of independence. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here, Carl.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Is the private school children in this category of receiving the vultures?
I'm listening, Kyle. Go ahead. What are you saying?
I'm asking if the private school children are allowed to receive these vouchers also.
Well, from what I was told last week on the weekend that they might have revised that slightly to allow some degree of availability to private schools. Someone can call me and correct me on that, but yeah, that's what I was told.
And this was not even supposed to be a second thought. We are talking about the future of our nation and the future leaders and the persons that we are supposed to hand over the baton to. And I thought that most nations in the world have a quote that no child must be left behind. So how come in this venture here, we're talking about our nation's children, and we are left in because they have a title to the education, paternity, private school, you're letting them out. That should not even be in a second, it should not even be in any second thought or any second consideration right up front. It should have been right beyond the top. And again, I was listening on the mark last Wednesday, and I heard the minister saying that if you have 4 children or 5 children, only 2 children is going to receive the vote. So what nonsense is that? That is total rubbish and nonsense.
But Cal, my honest view is if you go to a private school, I'm sorry. I don't think this should have. I'm sorry. I really don't think if you
Okay, that's your opinion.
Yes.
Respect that.
Sorry.
But we are following a code that no child must left behind. Why can we forget that now? All of a sudden, because a little vulture to go to some children education.
Yeah, but Cal,
no
this
child
is
must left behind.
but Cal, this is the thing. This is like saying that everybody should get PAP. It's like the exact same thing. So a guy making $5,000.
If you're entitled to get PAP, you're entitled to it.
No, but what if no? Here's my point. If you don't meet the criteria to receive PAP, why should this idea that just because I pay taxes? I don't think.
No. Hear my statement I made earlier. If you are entitled to, you are entitled to.
That is what I'm saying.
Said.
That is what I'm saying. But then, if you're gonna tell me that okay, your kids go to a private school, right? How do you do the means testing for? Well, I guess you can probably do means testing for private school. I do know that a lot of parents make the sacrifice, as hard as it might be, to send their kids to private schools for whatever reason. But I'm just saying, I think for the most part, most people who send their kids to primary school they can probably afford it. So how now do you work out a means test system for private schools? Because as we know, not everyone.
You work it out because they fall under the educational fraternity.
Okay.
That's the reason for it to be worked out. Right. And they are the nation's children, and we have an international code that no child must left behind.
Okay, I just don't like people to come with this thing about, we all pay taxes. I don't think that's a good enough reason. It doesn't work like that.
No, I ain't coming with that. I am coming with that our children and no child must left behind. It is a code carried by most nations, and we should follow that code.
And then the other thing is,
no choices that we're picking out who to give and who to don't give.
And then the other thing again, Carl, is we are a very proud people. There are some people who might not want to have it. They might not want to,
That is their choice if they don't want to accept it. For if the parents say, I am not sending my child, or I am not signing for my child to receive it. We're better for the nation, someone is staying the city.
Okay.
But make sure you make the opportunity available to everyone who refuses it.
But we're having the discussion.
Take it.
We're having the discussion. Let's take another call. Caller voices, you're on the air.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I wanted to get back in real quickly. Yeah, you're definitely right, man. The Caribbean leaders now, they need to lend their voices now while they can. You know, I need not be sitting back on the African issue. And the guy after lunch, I don't know if I heard him said that they need a passport to go to Ghana, but I just wanted to make that correction. St. Nevis passport holders are able to travel to Ghana visa free. And me myself, I did that last year. You know, and that diplomatic relationship is great between the countries.
Okay. So,
all right, thanks a lot, man.
Okay, great. Yeah, great. Nice to know that, actually. Okay, so
thanks,
yeah,
Mark.
great. Okay, so we just had a caller weighing in from the U.S. It's 4 minutes after 1 o'clock. Yeah, this is a good time for me to take a break, get a word from our sponsor, Hosford's.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Independent Special.
Running September 7 to the 20th.
And during the month of September, the more you shop, the more you save.
You get the double points on all grocery food items and meat, so shop today.
Now, our Value Club Blue Tag Specials. IGA and Essential Everyday Frozen Waffles, $10.99. Lay Stack Chips, $8.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Cereals, $9.99. Essential Everyday Mayonnaise, $17.99. Blue Bunny Ice Cream, $22.99. Nabisco Chips Ahoy, $14.99. And now, our very low weekly
value deals. Essential Everyday Pasta, $4.99. IGN Essential Everyday Peanut Butter Crunchy and Creamy, $8.99. Essential Everyday Barbecue Sauce, $6.49. IGN Essential Everyday Salad Dressing, $10.99. Soft soap, liquid and soap, $4.99. Essential Everyday Apple Juice, $8.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart, and get double points for more rewards today.
Y durante el mes de septiembre va a recibir puntos dobles para más recompensas cuando hace sus compras. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart.
5 minutes after 1 o'clock on Voices, Jams is sitting in for Socrates. Very big shoes to fill. So hopefully we can get some more calls going in the remaining 24 minutes of Voices. So you all can send me the calls at 466-0989, 662-0989, and 762-0989. We are... now tomorrow is National Fruit Day. The manager just sent me a very interesting video. I was gonna play it, but I hope it's clean. But there was just a line that I picked up there. National Fruit Day. We gave away 2 smoothies that were given away by the nutrition officer at the Ministry of Health. But funny thing I just got in that clip, how many people have you seen having trouble getting through a doorway because they're addicted to pineapple? That's a good one, for real. You never see fat people you never see people, a whole bunch of overweight people because they like eating mangoes, right? That's a good point. So keep your calls coming, 466-0989, 762-0989, and 662-0989. Tomorrow is National Fruit Day, so knock yourself out. Go get a fruit bowl, fruit salad, smoothie. This morning I had my cereal with a banana cut up in it, yeah. I'm really proud of myself. Okay, so I was trying to get that call. We didn't get that call. So, callers, keep the calls coming. We have about, 23 minutes left on the show. And I would really like to hear from you on any topic that piques your fancy at this moment. Let me see. So I mentioned the 20th murder that happened on the weekend. Unfortunate passing of a young man from New Road. It happened up in the cinema parking lot. Our thoughts go out to the family and friends of the young man who passed away. Yes, So I'm looking at the story here. This is crazy. These numbers are crazy. Guyana's economic growth predicted at nearly 30%. That's 30%. Guyana is predicting economic growth of 28.2% this year, with the non-oil sector growing by 9.3%, according to the mid-year report released by the Ministry of Finance. According to the report, growth in overall real GDP is estimated at 59.5% in the first half of the year, with the non-oil economy growing by 12.3%. So that's the sugar. Wow, the sugar industry actually grew by 30.1% when compared with the first half of 2022, with the full year projection maintained at 29.3%. I didn't even realize that they were growing sugar still. The livestock industry in Guyana expanded by an estimated 4.7% in the first half of the year, and is now expected to grow by 10.4% for the entire year. The forestry industry also grew. That's estimated to have grown by 4.5% and is expected to grow by an additional 4% for the year. The fishing industry has also grown in Guyana. It has expanded to 9.9%, and in the first half of this year is expected to grow by a further 8.4% in 2023. Wow. And of course, the report notes that the mining and quarrying industries is estimated to have grown by 89.9% in the first half. 89, wow. That's 90% essentially. 90% in the first half of the year, driven by growth in the petroleum and other mining industries. The petroleum subsector grew by 98.4%, with 68.7 million barrels of oil produced in the first 6 months of this year. The industry is now projected to grow by 39.6% for the entire year. So things looking up for Guyana. Those are some crazy numbers. The construction sector, listen to this. Construction sector in Guyana is estimated to have grown very substantially by 44.1% in the first half, reflecting large growth in the public sector investment program and intensified private construction. The sector is now expected to grow by 26.9% in 2023. And the services sector, that's estimated to have expanded by 9.1%, driven largely by growth in administrative and support services and wholesale and retail trade and repairs. So the overall 2023 growth rate for services is now 7.8%. So things really looking up for Guyana. We have some more numbers here. The total import payments also grew substantially over the review period, reaching US that's $3 billion basically, almost 3.8 billion, growing to 111.8%. Now you might say, well, the imports have grown, but imagine, they have to be bringing in things like mining equipment, and all the other peripheral services that would be needed to support mining and all this, and all the other things that go along with mining and petroleum extraction. So so like I said, I didn't even see that. This is largely attributed, the growth in the import bill is largely attributed to the importation. I actually didn't see this. I just assumed when it said import bill, I was thinking, maybe things like, drilling equipment and so on. And this is what it's saying. This is largely attributed to the importation of the Prosperity floating production, storage, and offloading vessel, which arrived in April, and imports of fuel and lubricants. So, congratulations to all the big things going on with Guyana as far as the economy is concerned. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller, go right ahead.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Carl here again.
Hey, what's up? Go ahead.
Yes. Is the government, every government coming in and keep asking this question. Is this government going to make preparation for vendors and small business people to be stationed or most of them stationed in one area where you could go and get and do business with them without being ticketed by traffic wardens and police officers, and have your vehicle towed because you got to do a little business? That's a question, because the last government, we moved the vendors them from 4th Street, and a lot of new vendors now are back on 4th Street. I ain't hearing nobody complaining or saying nothing about that. And some of these new vendors, their family used to call in and say they can't walk on the sidewalk, how they're putting up their head and tents and umbrellas and all kind of things. Then now the family on the sidewalk selling on the same 4th Street, you're not hearing them. And as I keep saying to you all, the market cannot accommodate all the different types of vending that we have. And none of these governments is making no preparation, nowhere in the Federation to host the special and all type of vending that we have. Everybody saying go to the market. That little squeeze of place down there cannot hold. And we know it. We are finding places for all sorts of investors from all over the world. And we're putting a nice name to it. Investment to the CVI. Well, what about the investment to the island, small business and vendors then to get some place to be stationed and not to be bothered by no department and no organization and no complaint by no businesses and street walkers and that sort of thing? How about securing an area for them? And let them build some nice booths and make the place nice, put on some nice lights, some nice tiles for them and all kind of thing. You know, to go up by that place up there about the car, the Argo Strip. That place looks so tacky and looks so ghetto and the look of his space to say you have people there putting that nice name tape for Argo and not about it. Just starting up all kind of old pallets, old truck and stuff.
Okay, Cal. Cal, I don't know if you're in a base. I don't know if you're in a basement somewhere. You're breaking up at points. Are you still there?
You hear me now?
Yes, but you're breaking up at points.
What I'm saying is that he burns my heart. Every time I go up in your town, Pond Road, go across it, that thing we call the Argo Strip, there's nothing I go about that. That looks so tacky and so build up poverty thing to say you have people there knocking up all kind of old pallets, all kind of old little, pack up little tent and all trucks and all kind of thing. Man, we could make the better, man. We could put a little curve in, we could put some nice lights, let the people put up some nice booths there and make the place look good and put up some nice lights and water and accommodation for both sellers and purchasers. And really put the quality name to it, the Argo Strip, and make it look like a real Argo Strip. That khaki place there that is leading to the leading.
Okay, Carl, you're breaking up. Okay, let's go to the break because I don't know. Carl must be in a cave or something. So we're gonna take a quick break and come back. It's 1:17.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Are you ready for a transformation in your living space? Look no further than Horsewood Furniture and Appliances, your ultimate destination for easy living, easy saving. Get ready to experience comfort like never before with our living room set sale event. For a limited time, we're offering an incredible 20% off on all cash purchases of living room set store-wide. Yes, you heard that right, 20% off. But wait, there's more. When you choose to go with higher purchase, not only will you get your dream living room set, but you'll also receive double cash cashback coupons for free groceries. It's a win-win. Upgrade your living space while earning rewards for your kitchen. So mark your calendars and head over to Horsford's Furniture and Appliances today. Experience easy living, easy savings with 20% off on all cash purchases of living room sets store-wide. And remember, double cashback for free groceries on all higher purchase options throughout September. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store. Your home, your style, your savings. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
And we're back for the last 10 minutes of Voices for today. And we go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're on the air.
Good afternoon, Jamster.
Hey, what's up?
Finally get you. Now, Jamster, do you know, is the most fortunate parents then that send the children to primary school and to private school? Because some of them do not want the children then to eat the lunch where the government provides. So they send the children to private school. And some of them send the children to private school because of many things. And any parent send the children to private school, that means they could afford to pay this money and could afford to provide for whatever for them. I'm not saying that if the government could help everybody, they could do it. Help the government school and to help private school. They could do it. But I won't come and lambaste the government that to help. Look how Carl does now. That they must do it for the private school too. And, you know, people say they got a choice. You got a choice to go send your children to the government school. The government school is free. The government provides for that. And the private school, you got to pay. So I don't see everything that people got to... Listen, any government, I always say, Johnston, any government do anything to please the ordinary people of this country, especially the mothers and the helpless fathers, them, and all those who got children, to help them, I feel good. You know, because they help. And I believe now that we go stand about this political thing, about this and that. I mean, politics will always be there, and politics will always get it there, you know? And the next thing we crime, and next thing we crime again, with this senseless shooting we got now going on again. It was easy for a little while, but I believe a lot of these parents, and I was going to say so, know where the children into, and I believe that if these parents, they call out the children and call them out, let the police them know what they be, let them what they don't do. I believe that some of them children are like all over there. Because the government don't know who do things, and when you see them in the thing, the bomb, they put them aside. You think, where was that young man into to get caught up in this gun violence Saturday night? You know? It's something to do with something. It's something to do with something, and you hear a little kind of thing. It's something to do with something. And when our young man and young woman, some of our young woman lose our life like that, it's just sad for the country. You understand? And this thing that the police and the organization supposed to follow up, because a lot of things going on, and a lot of these young men, they want to come millionaire before the time. I know, I working hard. Got a lot of these young men got vehicle. Just 24 years and got vehicle, 25 years got vehicle, 19 years and got vehicle. Eh? And the parents, them don't question, ask them where they get money from a buy vehicle. Man, I work hard on 50 something years and could have hard to go into the bank to take out a vehicle. Eh? Where they get his loan from, where they get his money from a vehicle, where they get out on a vehicle from. So these are the things we got to question. And these are the things the police, them and the parents, them supposed to question the children by where you're into. By you know, walk nowhere, you're not going to big walk nowhere. Eh? Where you get money from a boy car? Where you get money from a boy a jeep? And these are the things. You understand? Anyway, Jamstown, you have a wonderful day. May God bless again.
Okay, great. Okay, so we just heard from Mr. Politics. Good to hear from you, by the way. I hadn't heard from you for a while. So yeah. Lots of things to talk about, but I think the fact that we had the power outages has probably affected our reach right now, because I think most of the people listening to us might probably be listening online. I should have asked Mr. Politics and the other people who call if they're listening on the radio or if they're listening online, because we are still on standby power, so that means that at least one transmitter site, I'm thinking, is down at the moment. So it would mean that part of the country is not hearing us via radio. So just something to think about. And if you notice, we did get about 2 calls from the U.S., which means, and he did say that we were sounding good online. So, so if there's anything on anyone's mind, just give me a call in our remaining moments. We have 4 minutes left, so it'd be nice to hear from you guys. I'd like to hear from you guys and hear what's on your mind. What's on your minds? Yeah. 4 minutes left. It's the independent season. Tomorrow is National Fruit Day, so it would be nice if you guys can some of you, let's face it, we have an obesity epidemic in this country, right? Especially with our women, and it would be nice to think about ways in which you can increase your healthful intake of food. So a good place to start is with fruits. You know, they're sweet. I mean, who doesn't like eating some grapes or, you know, some watermelon, and a whole host of other really tasty fruits. Knowing that you're exposing yourself to healthy antioxidants, unprocessed sugars, and so on, and a whole bunch of other good stuff, vitamins and so on. So, National Fruit Day tomorrow. So, good time to try and have your 5 helpings of fruit, 5 servings, I think, is what Sherry Ann calls it. So, and once again, I say thank you to Sherry Ann Weaver. She was the nutrition officer who came in and gave away two smoothies, compliments to Smoothie King on 4th Street. So you can do yourself a solid and go and get yourself a smoothie, or just dig into some fruits. It's good for you. On National Food Day tomorrow. We're going to probably talk more about this tomorrow. But that's going to do it for today's, well, I have about 2 minutes left. So, yeah, just to say, do everything you can to make your livet in keeping with Peter Tosh and Eli X's distaste for some of the dodgy sounding words. Sometimes we use particular words for certain things, but these words sound like other negative sounding words. So I kind of get where the Rastas come from with that stuff. Because, yeah, like we were saying this morning, we said diet. So, like, maybe that should be changed to live it. So Eli, you need to get on the bandwagon with using live it for diet. Instead of saying dietary, you say livetary. How about that? It could work, right? Because you guys talk about livity. I actually love that word. That's a Rasta word I love. Livity. It's a great word. Lifestyle, livity. I like that. Okay, so that's going to do it for today's edition of Voices. I imagine our listenership would have gone way down because of the power outage, which is still in force because the generator is still on. So I'm going to be back with you guys tomorrow for Island Tea, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. That's going to do it for Voices. Bye.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are any exit. Stairs might broke up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, don't want to run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
This message is sponsored by the Australian Government, AusAid, and produced by NEMA in collaboration with WIN FM.
Win big prizes at the Rotary Club of St. Kitts Fun Car Rally and Barbecue on Saturday, 16 September. Register your team, one team per vehicle in this fun event. Registration forms are available on our Facebook page and at Harper's Industrial Site or call